Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me for today's virtual table tip demonstration of Lexis for Microsoft Office. Lexis for Microsoft Office is a drafting tool that's integrated with Microsoft Word to help make the legal writing process easier because it does a lot of the work for you. It creates and updates a table of authority, shepherdizes citations, confirms the accuracy of your quotation formats, and checks the citations that you have in your document are properly formatted. Today's LMO demonstration will give you a high-level overview of how to employ these functions. Follow along with me using any legal writing document or assignment you have on your computer. I'm going to use a sample memorandum for a motion to dismiss. Once you're on your Word document, you're going to want to access the LexisNexis tools, which are located at the top of the page in the same row where you see File, Home, and Insert. Click on the LexisNexis tab. The first thing that we're going to do today is to set our cite format. To use LMO to check your citations, you first want to set your citation format. You can do that by clicking on the icon that says Set Cite Format. When you lower this, you can choose which style format you want to have your citations checked against. I'm going to select Blue Book, but if you're working on a state-specific document, you can select Illinois, for example. Next, to have LMO check your cite formats, click on the Check Cite Format icon here. Once you click on this icon, Lexis will remind you about the format you've selected. If you're okay with that, just click OK. Lexis will run through the entire document and review all citations, just like spell check would. All citations are displayed in a panel on the right side of your screen. A legend at the top of the pane provides you with a status summary of cites based on your formatting selection. Hover over a signal to see what it means. To review a citation, click on it in the display and the original citation format as well as the suggested edited version will appear. With each citation, you have the option to use the suggested citation, which we can see right here. We can edit our cite manually by clicking this box, Let me edit text of current citation. And then once we finish editing it manually, we can click Use Current. We can pull the cited doc from Lexis Advanced by clicking Get Suggested Document with this hyperlink towards the bottom. You can use this if you aren't sure which cite to use. You can get the full text of the document. We can also search Lexis Advanced just to continue our research, or we can get the Shepherd's report for the document that we're citing to. Here, I'm going to use the suggested citation. So all I have to do is click Use Suggestion, and then we can see it automatically changes the text in my document to the correct citation. You can check short form citations as well. If your cite isn't associated with the correct parent citation, you'll see that in the preview box, which we can see here for our citation to Rule 12b1. Here it says that parent citation should be Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 12b1. So here what I'll do again is I'm going to use the suggested citation, and as we can see on the left side of the screen, it's been changed automatically. What you're going to want to do is go through all of the citations that have been marked as incorrect. When you're done going through all of your citations, you can close this box, and then you're going to want to go on to the next step, which is checking your quotes. The way that you can check your quotes on LMO is by simply clicking the Check Quotes icon. Again, just like we did with cite checking, LMO is going to go through our entire document and check all of our quotation formats. When designing LMO, customers told us they wanted a way to instantly review and verify all quotes in their document. So now you have the opportunity to do that with just one click. LMO will identify all quoted passages and highlight the text that differs from the original text. The program will run through your document and display a panel on the right like it did with cite checking. At the top of the panel, there's a status summary of your quotations, just like we saw with check cites. Hover over the symbol to see what it means. Here we can see the triangle means that the text is from the right document, but the text or pinpoint cite may be incorrect. You have 3 different ways to check your quotations. Click on one of the quotations in the panel. Here we can see our original text in the top text box and the source text in the bottom text box. If you want to use the source text, all you have to do is click Use Source Text to the right of that text box. Again, if you want to change your text manually, all you have to do is hit the radio button that says Let me edit my text. And then once you've made your changes, click the Use Current icon. You can also mark your changes to the source text. So here we can see that we have legal in brackets with the word allegations and ellipses, rather than the word factual with an id short citation. Again, if you want to get the source document to compare your quotation to the source quotation, just click on this hyperlink here. You can also continue to search on Lexis Advance by clicking the Search Lexis Advance hyperlink. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to mark my changes to the source text and click Use Current. Here we can see that our changes have been made within our Word document. Again, you're going to want to go through and check all of your quotations, but I'm going to skip that step for now. The final step that I want to show you today is preparing your table of authorities. This is a really great tool and will save you a lot of time. If you've tried doing this manually in the past, you know that it could be really frustrating when you just hold down the period button and try to get the numbers to line up in the correct position on the right side of the page. But you don't have to do that anymore. The Prepare TOA function on LMO does it all for you. LMO allows you to quickly generate, customize, and update a table of authorities throughout your writing process. To begin, click on the Prepare TOA icon. Here, Lexis for Microsoft Office is telling us that it's about to prepare the table of authorities and that it will use the current setting of the Blue Book format. If we're okay with that, click OK. After running through our document, LMO provides us with a panel on the right side of the screen with all of our citations. To customize the format of your table of authorities, go to the top of the panel and you'll see that there is a hyperlink that says Customize Format. Go ahead and click on this. Here, what you can do is you can select what type of format you would like your table of authorities to be in. Here, under Table of Authorities Layout, there are no category headings. I'm actually going to click the radio button for case and statute headings. I'm also going to include a rule heading. Go through the rest of these setting formats and make your TOA the exact way that you'd like it to be. I'm going to use these settings and I'm going to click OK. Now the program is updating our table of authorities so that it matches the format that we just selected. As we can see, we now have cases, statutes, and rules sections in our table of authority. You can edit existing headings, move citation entries from one heading to another using the arrow buttons. Simply select a citation and use the arrow buttons to the right to move a citation within your table of authority. This will not affect the document itself. When you're done with your edits, put the cursor exactly where you want the table of authorities to be in your Word document. So I'm going to scroll all the way to the top, and I have here a table of authorities, just to remind myself that this is where I'd like to place it. In my document, I'm going to erase where I had the table of authorities. I'm going to put my cursor where I'd like it to be placed. And then in the panel, all the way to the right, there's an icon that says Insert TOA. Once you click on this, Lexis for Microsoft Office will remind you that it is going to place the table of authorities exactly where the cursor is. I'm going to click OK. And then within moments, we can see our table of authorities is perfectly formatted and put within our document. As you continue to work on your document, you can update the TOA. Here, if we look at the top of the document, we can see it says Update TOA rather than Prepare TOA. So don't worry, you don't have to wait all the way until the end of your writing process to add in a table of authorities. You can add it in at any point and continually update the table of authorities. If you have any questions about using Lexis for Microsoft Office, ask your student reps, or you can even ask me. Here's my contact information. Don't forget, you also have 24/7 customer support at 1-800-45-LEXIS and the live chat, which you can access by going to the More tab on Lexis Advance and selecting Live Chat Support. Now, don't forget to complete the quiz for 50 Lexis points. You can access that quiz by going to bit.ly/TOW-LMO. Thanks again for joining me today, and I hope that you found this helpful. And I also hope to see you again next week for our next virtual table tip. Bye.